It's time to go. Now, I don't want to be one to call you out there, Pretzel, but I'm going to say that first song went way beyond EDM. That was full on dubstep, and I don't know that I'm cool with your life choices. Not that there's anything wrong with dubstep, but that was not EDM. Welcome, everybody. It is SnowRunner Wednesday. I am here to get my hard mode on. That doesn't sound right. I'm going to change that in future episodes. Remember, go back to the VOD and just change what I just said. So I've got Michigan up and running. I got it started last week. I haven't touched it since last week. So fingers crossed, I still have trucks and, more importantly, fuel sitting out there. I have thought about where it is that I'm sitting on the plateau there in Michigan. I don't know what plateau it is. I just make this up as I go along. So I've been thinking about what possible missions I can try to work on next because I'm running low on casual assignments. There are some contracts sitting out there that I could get to, but I'm already at the point where a lot of them involve having to go to the next map, and I don't know that I'm emotionally ready to start moving to the next map. If nothing else, I got to get some of the roads on this current map fixed before I can even get to the second map. No, I think if I go through town, I could get to the second map, but then I can't get the cargo that I need all the way over there without going the super long way around, and then we're back to the fuel problem again. So I think I got a couple ideas of what I do. Today, I do have multiplayer open and ready to go. You know what? Let me make sure I have got that set on my little tag things. You know what? That one is incorrect. So let me make an on-the-fly tag change there. There we go. We are open to multiplayer. Ooh, hey, I even have to change it in the title. Look at all of that. I'm making changes on the fly. So, hey, Berserker, welcome in. Long time no see. I made good use of my hour between work and fun here. So let me flip this on over here. I have also been tinkering with the settings on this fancy new microphone. I discovered that it's got a gain control that does the typical 1 to 10, although it's really only 5 dots. Turns out you can crank that sucker up past 11. So, yeah, you made it in all right. So I think I've got a little bit better volume level today. I seem to be pretty consistently in the yellow in OBS. I wasn't getting that previously, so I'm a little happier now. So hopefully I'm a little more audible, maybe even a little more crisp. I'm not positive where I left the game capture audio, so it might be quiet. If it's an issue, yeah, let me know. Since I don't play stream music, I think that helps some of the sound of the game come through a little bit better. Not that there's a ton going on, but I do have multiplayer open. I got the code. I just leave that open. I don't care who comes in. Some jerk wants to come in and screw up the save game. That's fine, whatever. It's not my primary game, so I don't mind terribly if I lose it. Also, I made some mistakes in getting started last week. So if something terrible happened to the save and I had to start over, it would mean I'd have an extra $5,000 in my driver's pocket. So that could probably be a benefit even. So let's see. It has started me back in the garage. I've currently got just under $3,000. Let me check my level. I have made it up to rank 3. I seem to recall you start getting access to some of the more interesting frame load-ons at rank 4. I think a lot of the tires that I want, though, are something horrible like 12. So I'm going to be struggling with bad tires for a while here still. And, oh, that poor 6% on Michigan. It's been a long time since that number has been down that low. I don't think, well, especially with $3,000, I know I can't afford a vehicle, but I want to take a tour through here, just check out what some of these prices are. Oh, I like the look of a classic 70s cab over. I don't know how good it is in the game, but I like the look of it. 172K, that is a while out there. The Fleet Star is what I'm rocking right now, because that's the one that the game gives you here. Lodestar is kind of useful. The long Paystar might come in real handy in a while. I honestly haven't used the Jeeps, or for that matter the Land Rovers, much. pay for the DLC, and then I get free ones in the regular mode game, but I actually have to explicitly buy them in hard mode. I'm not positive that they're worth that. Automod, how dare you try to mod the word sexy out? That's got to be an allowable word around here. That's something good to keep in mind then, if that cab over is actually good in the beginning. Here's the wolf pack that look adorable. Were terrible in the beginning, but unlike the res, they actually beefed those up a little bit. Don't know that I want to drop that much cash on them. Not that I've got that much right now. What is the thing? There's the... Oh, yeah, that's right. The cat you have to find. I believe that one lives in Alaska, so it's going to be a while before I see that one. The Cat 770G is another one of those trucks that I posit can burn in hell. It's a horrible truck, specifically designed to mess with you in the Yukon. So that one I'm leaving right where it is. I have this weird love relationship with the 680, though. But you got to hit rank 12 to pick that up. What I'm really looking for is this bad boy. You have to go to Cola to find this one. Yeah, I think that, yeah, it is out in the DLC. So that one was Cola. I'd like to get the 750, but in this hard mode run, I don't know. That's actually going to be kind of hard, maybe. It's your massive fuel truck, that big cat. Oh, the 680? Yeah. Or the Logan bad boy. That one? That one, yeah. That one I could definitely see carrying giant amounts of fuel. I hate using it for dragging that weird trailer that only it can pull around. That was the one mission you have to do in the Yukon. It was terrible at it. But yeah, I do remember the 750 is stuck in some sort of Russian ice because the mission to get it is titled The Foreigner because it's an American truck actually on the Russian map, which is kind of cute, but definitely not going to help me on this playthrough. I'm kind of just torturing myself with a hard playthrough, but that's kind of fun. I'm not doing as terrible as I had worried I would. I actually made it through my first 2 or 3 hour session without doing too miserable, except that for catching everybody up here, I went and I bought one of those gimbaled fuel trailers, thinking, hey, I'll drive that one over there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it empty, which I did. I'll fill it up with fuel, and then that's going to be my main fuel source going around. And it turns out minutes after I bought it, I remembered, hey, you know what? There's actually a fuel trailer just lying around here on the Michigan map for this very purpose. I guess I should have gone to grab that one first. And not only was it there, but it was full of fuel. So I've been using it. I thought with hard mode, I thought you actually couldn't sell your trailers back at all. If you can sell them back for half price, I probably should go do that if I can. But yeah, I threw away $5,000 there. That was tough. The small cat is an untippable scout. Well, that may come in handy because the two things that I'm thinking I should get to next is I've got the Chevy that you start the game with, the little pickup scout. I should take it around to at least the one watchtower that's near the garage to pick up some extra XP off of that bad boy. Because I need XP to gain ranks so that I can start upgrading these trucks at some point. I also have to complete tasks in order to make money, but we're gonna think about the XP first-ish. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else that really at $3,000 there's literally nothing that I could buy. I just kind of planning ahead right there. And I don't have anything in storage because this is a new playthrough. So I've got the Chevy and the Fleet Star out there. I think the Chevy is parked. Yeah, there should be the Chevy. Oh, no, I left the Fleet Star sitting right there. Okay. Well, yeah, that's right. Good dog, because it's not in the garage. Which means I left the Chevy down over here. Here is the good fuel trailer. That one has fuel in it. And then the crappy fuel trailer... Where did I drag it? The crappy fuel trailer I've got sitting over here at the fuel station. Just in case someday I'm flush with cash and I can afford to have a second trailer out there. or at some point I got to look at dragging it back and see if I can get 2,500 or like 2,350 back, whatever the half is. The farm here is where I'm collecting all of the free trailers that I've been picking up, because most everything has been... I've done a bunch of these tasks and contracts to get that stuff delivered over there. Let me review what I've got here. Missing machinery. That one's got... I think there's a whole bunch of parts, yeah, that live in the giant yellow area. The other thing I got to get used to on the hard mode here is I don't get the little yellow magnifying glass icon saying, hey, come right here and grab the thing. It's kind of somewhere in this vicinity. Although, humorously enough, the mission to find the missing oil tank gives me the big yellow and this giant halo. But then it actually also draws the marker right there, right next to the fuel tank. So some of these will be easier to track down than others. The one that I think I need to do, though, shy of coming up and at least discovering that watchtower and, this one over here, is I need to get over to this warehouse here. I've got is it a contract? I think there's a contract. Let me go double check on this. I think there's a contract that has me go and pick up one dropped drilling part, something like that. Nope, not that one. Lost container, that's it. Yeah, there's one spare drilling part that, if I recall, is just slightly down the hillside, kind of right there. All you have to do is pick it up, bang, bring it over here. 210 XP, $1,300, which isn't great, but there's a warehouse here that has stuff in it. So if I remember this correctly, the town storage over here, that one gives me access to the metal beams. The lumber mill down here, gives you access to the lumber, the wooden planks. But almost everything else that you need on this map that isn't stuff that's scattered as part of the contract lives at this warehouse over here. And in fact, this one actually even suddenly shows me exactly where it is. Oh, yeah, look at that. It also has the beams. Oh, that's going to be really helpful. So basically, it has everything except the wooden planks. Because what I need to start focusing on is this highway here that runs out and winds its way over here to this other warehouse-ish facility. Because it's got at least 2, possibly 3 roadblocks on it. I got to get those all open so that that highway becomes usable. And then that bridge right there will also be extremely useful for taking the short route back and forth to the lumber mill in town rather than having to come all the way down here. Oh yeah, and then there's also the power line right there. That one's actually not as useful for me. I seem to recall that hill right there is weirdly slick. And I think the GMC, you start the normal mode game, which if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's sitting right there. I could go grab it for free, but it's a horrible truck, so I haven't bothered yet. But I think the Fleet Star, even though I've got highway tires, it's got the lockers on it. I think it's got the lockers on it. It's at least got all-wheel drive, so it can handle that road a little bit. But coming around through the farm's honestly easier. So let's see. Okay, I have waxed poetic long enough. I'm going to start with the Chevy here. Oh, actually, yeah, I just ran him over and I fueled him up. Turn on the beacons. Oops, I meant to do this before we got going. I am going to go see about activating this watchtower up here. I was going to lay down a couple of these to make sure I stay in the vicinity of things. I want to go pick up some XP with this bad boy. And if I roll this truck, it's just going to sit where it lies for a while, because I've got nothing that can go rescue it. But on the flip side, if I run into a problem with that Fleet Star, I don't believe that this truck is going to be able to get me out of it anyway, so He's just sitting there doing nothing for me. So let's at least see if we can get a little XP. If I can get up there successfully, then I might just let him sit in place until such time as maybe I need him for something else. I do remember in my original playthrough on normal mode, I tried coming up here with the Fleet Star the first time because I figured, yeah, it's a hill. How bad could it be, right? And yeah, that was a terrible mistake. I know not to repeat that here. I think I came back. I know as soon as I found the Scout 800, I started using it heavily over this truck because I hated this truck. Loved the Scout more before I put the extra fuel tanks on top and made it super tippy. As long as it's only a little tippy, then it's just got, you know, it pulls at my personal heartstrings from owning a Scout once upon a time. But in this game, I am more than happy to stick with the Chevy for the time being. It's capable enough, and it's got better than highway tires on it, which is a nice change of pace. I do know at the end of my last game... Oh, Nico! Welcome in. Oh, well, okay. Mando is an excellent excuse to be doing your lurk. I absolutely 100% did not watch Mando early during my work hours today. So I am ready to talk about it when you are done. Oh, hey, look at me. Boom! XP, just like that. It's only 50, but... let me get my view. I've earned it. Crappy views at night. Nope. Didn't mean to start you. My mistake. Stop that. I need to do down here, so I'm at 290 out of 1200. Okay, so discovering the watchtowers is actually going to be kind of borderline useless. Damn. Okay, well, pick up. You know what? You can just sit right there for the time being. Let's go back to the Fleet Star. The Fleet Star is at 85% fuel. Fuel makes me... oh, hey. Okay, at least it did turn up the... I knew there was an upgrade around here somewhere. I just didn't remember where. It's not going to tell me what it is it? No, because this is hard mode. I don't think it even did in regular mode. Oh, crap. Do I want to go get that then? Just in case it's something the Fleet Star can use. Crap. Okay. I'm going to have to do that. So let's mark you out. I don't care where the road goes in the other direction. My original game, I definitely made sure to follow it all the way out so that it got, you know, nice and driven and mapped out, but I've already been there once before. And the watchtower would have just exposed most, if not all, of where it goes, so I am beyond proving things. Just want to get the job done this time. And grabbing that upgrade can definitely prove to be part of the job, especially if the upgrade comes with XP. I honestly don't remember. My normal mode playthrough, with one exception, I have played each map sequentially, getting them to 100% before moving on to the next one. The one exception that I made was immediately after completing Tamir, so that the base game was 100% complete. I jumped straight to Season 7 because it was just released. And I wanted to get to it so that I could get the multiplayer tasks, contracts, whichever they were, done right away, while there was still some popularity in the game, because I didn't know any better at the time that wasn't really going to be a problem. Oh, damn it, I can't believe I did that. So I sprinted out to Season 7, since it was only one map. It was really quick to get done. I got my multiplayer thing taken care of, took it right on up to 100%, and then went back to the original, whatever the first DLC was, and have played them forward from that point on. obviously jumping from Season 6 to Season 8 once I got to that point. Vroom, vroom. So let me very carefully get across this bridge here. Upgrade. What's it for? Oh, it's for the terrible GMC. But it's the raised suspension, so that's not bad. I probably should go over and collect that truck just so I have an extra truck. Especially when I eventually get around to flipping one that I do care about. Okay, we are going to take the shortcut here. This is the easy way to go make sure that the Fleet Star is full of fuel. Now, I did complete a contract, task, whatever, at the end of my last session, so I was able to make enough money to put the crane on the Fleet Star. That one was important. I've got enough fuel left in the Chevy to go back to the fuel tanker. Here we go. Let me make sure I'm caught up here. Oh, okay. Good. You Googled it for me. Thank you. Okay, so I can sell the tankers back. What I might think about doing then is leave the one tanker over there near the farm, because I'm still kind of centrally located there, and let it go ahead and be my fuel source. Once it's empty, I'll bring it back over here to sell, and then take that money back over to the gas station where I have the other tanker parked, fill that one up in place, and then go. We'll see if that works. I don't think I need the extra money right this second. How do I get here? The giant mud bog right here is always the challenge on this map with these early trucks. If I can get past it, the Fleet Star should have what it takes to climb over the hill here, drop down, and go complete the mission. I know that this is a vicious mud bog over here that I don't want to go through. I think going around the edge is actually passable. It's this one over here with this missing oil tanker that is not so much. Not until you've got better tires, at least. I also think if I come over here, like I think just into the black zone here, this is where there's a bridge out. I think this one's the bridge, and then there's rocks on the road farther down here. And then I don't remember if there's a third one. But right before this bridge, there is a cutoff that takes you past that watchtower and then drops you down to just a little farther up the highway than where this one comes over. That one probably incurs the least risk because it doesn't have the bad mud bog. But one of these over here has a river crossing. Oh man, there's so many things I gotta weigh. And I have to be right in my first guess, or at least close to it. Because if I run out of gas, I'm screwed. That mud scares the hell out of me. I think it's a little slick here at the base, but if I can get around that, make my way up here to the gas station. I suppose in theory I could buy a little top-off gas if I was really worried, but I don't think I'll need it there. Let me come up this way. If nothing else, going this way will allow me to activate that road repair task. There we go. Honk. Hey, Snake. Welcome in. Welcome to my nightmare. I am giving hard mode a shot again. I've picked up right where I left off last session. I have just been able to afford putting a crane on this bad boy. Oh, hey, you know what? There's one other thing I need to do first. In order to go do this lost container thing, I actually need a bed to put the doodad on, or I need to bring a trailer with me. Boy, that would have been That would have been frustrating if I'd gotten all the way over there and realized, yay, I've got the crane, I can pick up the drilling parts. Oh, crap, I got nothing to put them on, so I can't pack them and I can't deliver them. Flatbed. Ooh, the flatbed's 4,200. I cannot afford a flatbed. Poop. Okay, so that means I got to go grab a trailer. And I have left all of my bonus trailers sitting over at the farm. Oops. So let's go get a trailer. I've got a couple of those 2-slot sideboards. Those can be frustrating. I do have the 5-slot flatbed over there, though, which is actually a little easier to maneuver around with because I can back up with it if I need to. But it is longer. That poses a certain amount of risk. Let me get over here to the farm. I'll make my decision once I get over there. Started a hard mode because you're enjoying the challenge too? Yep, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I figured it gives me something extra to do while I wait on Season 10 now. I did have a multiplayer mod map game set up on my Steam Deck that I've been playing for a little while. King Ninja actually jumped in and helped with a little bit with that one once. That one, though, it's kind of settled out now to where all of the tasks available, it still has a bunch of them, but they are inconvenient at best. They involve long-ass drives that only have 1 or 2 kind of technically tough areas to have to get through. And so it's not terribly interesting. So I thought, well, why don't I give hard mode a shot here? I do have this one open for multiplayer. I've got no mods running because I'm running on Switch, and the mods are actually kind of a pain in the ass here. And the cool ones that add branded vehicles are forbidden on console, so that kind of screws the whole thing up anyway. Okay, we're going to modify that route a little bit. Okay, now we're in business, as long as I'm not stranded in the mud here. This truck has the all-wheel drive. Yes, it does have the diff lock, so that's going to help. It only has highway tires, though, as I recall, because you have to be... This one might be rank 6 to unlock even all-terrain tires. I'd be happy with off-road tires, but I think those are even higher. Ranks are tough in this. Yeah, honestly, I think hard mode is going to be fun after I get over this initial power hurdle. If I can get enough done that I've got that little bit of a cash reserve so that I can afford to make a mistake or two or refill my fuel tanker or whatever, I think I'll be a lot more comfortable with it. I flip my truck way less now than when I first got started playing this game. So I think recoveries aren't going to be as big a nightmare, but I'm still going to need some. In fact, I think I did manage to put this truck on its side in my last session, and somehow the Chevy was actually able to pull it back upright. Or did I just dump the trailer? I know I did something, and it was gently frustrating, but somehow I managed to get things fixed. And I didn't have to resort to going back toward town to pick up the crappy GMC. Paying for fuel is definitely a hard adjustment. I did not know, but I was kind of pleased to see that gas is actually priced differently at each station. Naturally, this one here is the more expensive of the two on this map, because of course it is. I think for the moment, though, I'm just going to roll. See, now in normal mode, 100% guaranteed. I would pop right in there, top up those extra few gallons and off, or I guess liters, and then off I would go here, but I'm more conscious this time, so I'm actually going to just pass the station by, not pick up the extra. Maybe regret it later. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to avoid the case where I need to take the Chevy over to the fuel trailer and then have to winch it somewhere in order to get this guy refilled. Because that sounds fraught with danger. At that point, I almost consider making sure that the Chevy's full up and then drive over to go find the GMC near the lumber mill. And then have it go grab the fuel tanker and come to rescue me. Everything on that truck is terrible, but it would be I think it would be a better shot than trying to drag around the trailer. Here we go. New objective discovered. We're going to accept it. Definitely can't do anything about it right now. And I got backed up without rolling. Woohoo! Oop, no, I don't want to go that one. I want to go this one. Yeah. So if I come up this way, if I'm able to come up this way, I can at least go open a watchtower. That can make some future stuff a little easier to deal with. And you know what? I am going down low gear diff lock now. Okay, that's a little slower than I thought. Let's see if I can do it without that. You know what? I'm gonna go do this anyway. Downshift we go. Oh god, these tires are so bad. I don't think on this map I'm particularly worried about the suspension. Raised suspension is nice on some. I don't think I'll particularly care here. There is that one harsh river crossing that I'm definitely not going to attempt in either of these trucks, where raised suspension and a snorkel can come in handy. Though not as much as mud tires. Or maybe as much as the mud tires. But for a little bit of this early mountain climbing, I don't think the suspension's going to be a big deal. We are definitely going to burn gas doing our hill climb. But we're making it. And completing Lost Container doesn't get me a lot of money, but it's quite a bit of money for paying for gas. And I think the XP isn't going to get me to the next rank, but it certainly is going to do better than the pitiful 50 that these watchtowers turn out. It has been a long time since I've actually paid much attention to what the XP values on any of these are. Playing it the way I did, 100%ing each map in a row, I was already rank 30 by about two-thirds of the way through Alaska. So I was able to pretty freely ignore everything from that point on. Hey, look at that, I got the top of my head back in frame. Ooh, I have found another upgrade location. King of the Hill, I seem to recall I did not care for, so I'm not going to mess with that one. Roadblock is one of those I got to work on. Thought it was the one that I just exposed. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I got to keep working my way down. Come out over here, and then, oh yes, I can already see on the map. It is right there. That's the piece I got to go pick up. And I got the crane, and now I've got a trailer bed to put it on. So I am equipped to complete this mission. One point of damage I don't want to do, but 1 is the best number for it, if I'm going to do it. Because paying for repairs is also a foreign concept. Although I do have the freebie repair trailer. This trailer sucks, but at least it didn't have something already sitting on it. I'd forgotten that about the 5-slot trailer that I had, is that it had 4 slots of stuff and 1 slot of bricks, and it happened to be the 1 brick delivery that I needed at the time, so I brought the whole thing over, but it still has 4 loads of crap sitting on it, so it would have sucked trying to bring over here. Turning that sideways would have been a fire sale. Yeah, and I got the freebie winch on this, but it appears to be enough to actually winch. That's a bonus. Can you join? Absolutely. I got the code right down there below the chat. I gotta put my glasses on to read that. Oh, hey, it's Ask Kompu. Wow, I haven't seen you in quite a while. Yes, you are welcome to join in. This is my non-primary save, so I really don't have any restrictions, requests, or anything. Do what makes you happy. And if you are an absolute rebel and your mission is to destroy Michigan, well, more power to you, I guess. Oh man, I made it to the box. Oh crap, that's right. The other thing that I hate about this trailer configuration is that I'm gonna have to play this game. That is nice. You know, honestly, I haven't seen anyone with an asterisk who's actually come into any of these games and been a big dick about things. The one possessor of that asterisk is going to be Will Gander from Miss Moon's stream. He has a relationship with the community, at least, that excuses it, but yeah, he loves to jump in, grab a truck or a trailer, and throw it in a river where it's a pain in the ass to get to. Which, he doesn't do it too badly too often. So it can be funny, but yeah, if you just jumped into some random person's game and did that, it would be an ass move. But otherwise, yeah, I've never actually witnessed anyone cause any problems, so that's why I've just thrown my code out. Whatever. And the reason I don't generally... Actually, so far I haven't had anybody join in on my main playthrough. Oh, crap. I double pumped that. Is just because I want, in that playthrough, to get every single possible experience on my own. Just so that I'm kind of maximizing things. But not because I have an issue with people. Oh man, another free trailer. Sweet! I'm immediately going to swap out this crap trailer for that better trailer. New trailer discovered. Yeah, 30 XP. It's good enough. Oh, okay. Now, the rules on this. I believe I can unload for free. Does that sound right? Stop engine. I guess it'll tell me... It'll tell me if it's going to charge me to unload. Cargo will be unloaded... Okay, auto load is 150 bucks. Unload is free. Okay. Woo! 1300. That's going to come in handy. 210 XP leaves me with a long way to go, though. Man, I'm up over 4 grand now. I was up over 4 grand, and then I bought this fancy yellow crane. So let's see, we're at 580 out of 1200. Yeah, I got a ways to go to get to that next one. Oh, yeah, the next one is finding all those parts out here. Oh, hey, that's right. There's another. I think coming up to the top is not the way you want to get to this one, because I believe there's tumbling involved if you come down that hill. This is the one where you have to do a race in first-person view. And you have to climb up this. And I was driving the Bandit because it was the best free DLC vehicle I had at the time. And that's back when I loved the Bandit. And trying to get up this hill, turned around, and back down this hill with all 8 wheels on the ground the whole time frustrated the living snot out of me. So I do not enjoy going up that hill for any reason now. So I don't think the bits and pieces out here are actually too hard to find. I don't think any of them are buried in mud or trapped in the trees or anything. There's just a lot of driving around to do. And I am currently at 59% fuel. Ooh, hey, here comes Kampu with a good-looking truck. Is that an Azov coming? I can't afford an Azov yet. I'm just a poor hard mode trucker. Oh, hey, but that's right. This is the warehouse that has the good stuff. So I should start focusing on Roadblock and Mountain Bridge. I think actually. Oh wait, I've also got these couple over here. I haven't activated these yet. I should do that. Oh, okay. I haven't done them because they go to the dam. But I'm gonna go ahead and activate them now. Just so I attempt to avoid a little self-confusion later on. These are all the logging missions. I'm not doing logging missions right now. If someone else joins in and wants to do logging missions, let me know. I'm happy to activate them for you, but I'm gonna leave them quiet for the moment on my own. Mountain Bridge. Mountain Bridge might be what I work on because the metal beams and the concrete blocks all live right here. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's a gorgeous vehicle. Oop, it disappeared. Oh, yeah. Exactly the thing I ran into when I bought my fuel trailer. I was suspicious, but got it confirmed that, yep, you got to go buy fuel when you come in. Now, what I don't know is if fuel purchased here, if that cash counts against whichever local save you've brought it in on. I know if you come in and you buy a trailer, then when you leave the session, you get the money for the trailer back. I don't know if it does the same for fuel. If that's the case, I do have a full-ish fuel tanker sitting over just down the road from the farm. You can pull that one over. That one's already, I think that one still has like 1,700 liters in it. It's good to go. There is one sitting at the mountain gas station that is empty, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, you've got the money. Yeah, on the Steam Deck game that I've got running with the mod map in New Game Plus mode, I added on the money trailers so that I also started, I think, myself with $500,000. So I got plenty of access to money over there because I knew that would be an issue. So let's see, what I'm going to do... Okay, I want the metal beams first. So, you are going to work on the fuel situation. Let me get this trailer loaded up with the steel beams. I'm going to change my mind, I think. Boy, I really don't like either of these trailers. Technically, though, there is a lower barrier to entry from the side. Actually, okay, I figured I was waiting too late. I can just push this one out of the way. That one, you have to lift stuff higher to get it up over those tines. This one has the lower sideboard. So I'm going to bring this one over. And I'm going to use it for my fun delivery. Let's hook you up. I'm going to make just a tiny bit easier on myself, and I'm going to see if I can get this turned around before I put heavy things in it. Oh, hey, there's actually more turnaround space here than I thought. I really want to get you a little farther away. I've done a bad job. Wanted to get you a little farther away so that I could casually fit right in over here, but I'm gonna have to do a little harder squeeze after all. Yeah, this'll work. I think I only have to get one tire into the yellow box. There we go. Give me metal beams on the loading platform for free! Did it. Yay. For the record, that was my Family Feud voice. I will attempt to refrain from using it again, at least today. Let's go over here, pick stuff up. Fortunately, by being a big fan of overloading trailers, I have at least a small degree of competence in doing the manual loading anyway. So at least this part of hard mode won't be hard. Ba-doop. Maybe it'll roll enough I can connect it. Yeah, it does. Okay. Now I got something heavy in the trailer. Let's see if I can get back up over the hill. He has a 10-wheel drive, perma diff lock with rear axle steering. Oh, it's got the... That's right. It has the rear axle steering, too. Yeah, I've developed a fondness for the full-time, all-wheel diff lock vehicles. It's kind of nice to not have to think about, you know, shifting it all over the place all the time. Sometimes that's fun and entertaining. I seem to like doing it more with scout vehicles. I guess it's a little more immersive in terms of, you know, driving something like a pickup, which I do have experience with, as opposed to actual truck driving. I did drive a bus for a while at one point, but never a full semi-rig like this. Oh, okay. You are coming around the mountain, which I am going to head over. And actually, I can just jump straight over here in order to do the delivery. This will be a super convenient meeting point. That truck should definitely have no problem coming around the other way were you to need to. The mud shouldn't really bother that truck at all. Mine, however, I'm still rocking the highway tires. Oh, hey, I've never actually watched applying the hand to the horn before. Oh, hey, Bardic One, I've just now seen you sneak in. Thank you for the lurk. I know it's Pathfinder night, so I know why. Oops, I keep getting my buttons backward here. Alright, let's see if I can make it over this hill. My Pathfinder last night went particularly well. My players did all survive. We got to the point where the baddie that they had encountered was actually going to be able to fly and escape, but my druid player finally got to use his dragon form and chase the bastard down, slaughtered them after an awesome, tense chase scene over the city streets of Katapesh. It was a good night. Hey, another Pathfinder player, nice. My group, I've got them... We're about to finish Chapter 2, Book 5, Age of Ashes. So they, was it a Lamia had just taken flight across the city, but they hunted her down, murdered her to death, and then had to look for the clue in the pocket, which is particularly funny. I just found a meme about that. 2 more points. It was like from one of the Gamers movies, I believe. And they said, oh, just in case you kill an important NPC, there happens to be a note in their pocket explaining their nefarious plan. And then in the meme, of course, the party decides the only way to be certain is to burn the body before getting the note. My party, at least, looks for the notes. So they have found their next lead. They are almost up to the council meeting that will give them the go-ahead to take on the Scarlet Triad. Someday we'll actually finish this adventure path. It has been a long way, but it is actually the most consistent group that I have played with, I think, ever at this point. I had a game when I lived in Denver that ran for at least 3 years, but we did a couple of different campaigns and had a break or 2 along the way. This one has been one campaign for 2.5 years now, but one solid, and we've never missed 2 weeks in a row. I would love to do my own campaign stuff, but finding the time to actually properly do all of that. Oh, duh. I forgot to pack the cargo. I just don't do an adequate job of making the time I would need to keep it all homebrewed and keep track of what I'm doing along the way. Hey, look at that. I was so slow you caught up. But yeah, I would be very interested in that. I've toyed with the notion, but I think we are actually going to commit to the 2E remake of Kingmaker afterward, which fortunately lends itself very well to throwing homebrew stuff in there as you go. So I think that is where we're going to head. But honestly, I don't see us getting there until the end of summer at the earliest. I've got half of my group is all about the combat, and half of the group is all about the roleplay, which makes a nice mix of things. Uh-oh. That's right, this is the one that has the river crossing. Had these, nice side push. These highway tires that I've got don't like the river. Oh, that is a nice job of friction there. I've been pushed and I've been pulled, but I've never held hands and traipsed through the river before. But it seems to have worked out. How I'm actually pulling this trailer probably isn't doing him any good. There you go. I was lulled into security when I made it through the other direction, although the other direction was slightly downhill. Finishing this one, though, should get that bridge open, because I need concrete blocks. Be nice to find one of the transmission upgrades, because I'm presuming in hard mode when you find the transmission upgrade you actually get one of them in your inventory, so you don't have to go buy it, but it's available to buy more if you want them, because finding the free stuff would be nice. You know, just like real life, except that's not how I found the transmission for my car. Now I'm imagining a world where I could go geocaching to find car parts. Hey, I didn't have to winch that time. I got a better line. Yay! Normally, when looking for fuel economy, I try not to stay in all-wheel drive all the time, but probably going to with these tires especially. I could turn it off here now that I'm back to pavement. In fact, probably will because it's pavement. But any dirt anywhere, I'm going to have to be in all-wheel drive mode. Didn't mean to back that trailer up into a nice, convenient perpendicular mode like that, but it was a nice, anal retentive, accidental pleasantry. Could make the easy turn this time. Attached. Where's my wheels? Got to make sure I'm turning the right way here. Left just enough room. But we do have to slide a little bit so that I can get into the yellow square. There we go, cargo management. Concrete blocks. There we go. Loading platform. Oops. The nose of my truck is suddenly too close. Oops, there we go. That should make it happy. There we go. Okay, loading platform for free. Gotta load up repair parts, though. Whoa, that's... Huh, that's an interesting question on this map. I know some maps have the repair zones. I don't remember this one having one. I do know that there is a repair trailer sitting over there at the garage. Maybe you... I don't know, can you steal repair points from it like you can steal fuel from a fuel tanker? I don't know, this new hard mode experience, I'm used to, oh man, my truck's beat up, I will just warp back to the garage and whoosh, fully repaired, no problems here. So yeah, hunting down extra repair points I'm unclear on. Restore crane, pull forward without tipping the trailer over. Yay us. Up, pack in, everybody's packed, we are good to go. I know when you warp to the garage, I think you can go to a repair bay where it lets you pay for repairs. Maybe that would allow you to repair or replace repair points there as well. That is a good question, though. When you find the answer, I am very interested to know what it is, because someday I'll probably need that. What I'm really looking forward to is what kind of fortitude and stamina I'm going to have for avoiding the hey, I just made my delivery, next I want to try this task, and oh, I gotta drive all the way to the other side of the map. But you know, if I just recover to the garage, that cuts out 2/3 of the drive. That'll be fast. If I can avoid that. So all of a sudden, that is trading cash for a little casual time convenience. I do have the money that when I find myself upside down and I need to warp back to the garage, I can at least afford to do that. Definitely been known to call an Uber back to the garage in order to save a little boring driving time. Now I'm going to have to spend time and gas doing it. Oh yeah, that's right. When you start out with that frame, everything would be empty, wouldn't it? So yeah, if the garage bay doesn't offer you, the option to buy repair points, I guess you can buzz out to that repair trailer and see if it'll let you swipe some from there. Otherwise, it seems like there's got to be something somewhere. Otherwise, what's the point in doing that in hard mode if you literally can't put any repair points into it? It seems a little frustrating that you can't buy fuel and repair at the garage. Those garages I've ever dealt with at least have some level of fuel on them. Can't load repair points? Yeah. Not that realism is necessarily king in this game, but I can see from a certain point of view that you can't just swipe those like you can swipe fluid. Yeah, that sounds like another Google query. Starting off with the phrase, "Hey Google, how the hell do I?" You can't do it at the garage. You can't swipe it from a trailer. And then you've got gas stations. I don't know that it would make any sense at the trailer store. I do know that some maps... I specifically remember this in dealing with Ontario. That there are locations that have just repairs. Instead of a gas station, it's a repair station that will fix stuff up. And it's been my understanding that there are actually more of those on that map when you're in hard mode than if you're playing on normal mode. But that presumably they charge you for all of the repairs at all of these places instead. So I don't know, maybe there's a repair station somewhere out here that I've just never seen because normal mode doesn't feature it. Oh no, so suddenly I got traction. I thought maybe I was getting the push, but no, it actually just got traction. Way to go, bad tires. Oh, you gotta go to Smithville to get repair points? That's harsh. Yeah, okay, if I can get anchored over there, then I guess I'm gonna pull over to this side. At least the path to Smithville, I'm pretty sure, is clear if you go through town. Trying to go this way, you've got multiple roadblocks, and then you've got that river crossing that I can't make in any of the trucks that I've got. Though, as long as it's got a snorkel, I suspect that Azov would have no problem with it. Yeah, I should be. Ooh, in fact, I'm about to fix this bridge, which means I can easily get back to my fuel source. So, yep, I should be good to go here. Ta-da! Mountain bridge is complete. More cash, more XP. Stop engine. Let's see. No, actually, I want to go down on the D-pad. Let me get back out here. There we go. 840 out of 1200. One vehicle found. 2 watchtowers. I got a lot of content to go. This will be good. Okay, yes, I did shut down fuel, so let's see. I do like the idea of this drilling spare parts mission because it's not too hard to do. But I'm going to need to fix roadblock first. I don't think that one is active, so I need to drive over there real quick and activate it. I think my pickup could actually get down to that upgrade. That would be doable. I did run over here, and I grabbed the fuel trailer that lived over here that needed to be delivered to town, so I got that one taken care of already. And then I can... Worst case, I can pay for a little gas at that station. Best case, I make it back over to my fuel trailer over here. Oh, you know what? I have literally, in all the time I've had this, I've never come down this road. But that road's full of water. That's probably why I've never gone down that road. So I don't think I'm going to still. From right here... I don't want to gamble on that yet. From right here, first I'm going to go back. I want to activate roadblocks so that I know what it needs. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to get fuel. I'm going to leave this trailer sitting right here. And then I want to get the roadblock cleared. And then I can go do the 4-pack of drilling spare parts. Wow, that is with the headlights on. Okay, some jerk is just going to leave his trailer right in the middle of the lane. At least it's not literally the middle of the street, just the middle of that lane. Save a little bit on fuel by going back to rear wheel. Let's go turn on this other mission. Oh, that tower is just sitting right there, too. I'm not going to be able to get to it right now. Oop, nope, slow down. Too much bang smashing going on. How do I do this? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to go that way. Oh. Oh, I gotta stop looking. I gotta stop looking. It is just too tempting to just casually hop right over there. I don't remember how much a recovery costs, but I would need to. Because there's no way this truck would stay upright. I'm guessing it's the 150 that most other things tend to be. Yeah, you got it exactly, Snake. That is the way I would get from that high point down to the lower point. I'm going to accept it first, just to see what it is. It needs service spare parts. Oh, is that what's sitting? Is that what is sitting on the trailer that I've got over there? Boy, I haven't had to do a 12-point turn like this before. Hey, rock slide there. I knew there was one more somewhere around here. I believe I started playing this game February of last year. Is that right? Stop trying. Oh, okay. Finding all kinds of good stuff for me. I think I first started playing the game in February, and it was my very first experience with this game. And I think I spent most of the month of February wandering around this one map, trying to figure out how the game played, not yet quite fully understanding some of the nuances for driving through mud and all of that stuff. And I got frustrated, so I just kind of stopped playing it for a month or maybe two. But then I came back to it. I actually bought Mud Runner on the Switch here as well. I actually had Mud Runner for PC, but didn't ever really play it there. It was my Steam shelf of shame. So it was on cheap sale here on the Switch. So I bought it here and played a little bit. And thought, you know, I kind of get it a little bit more. I'm trying to drive one of these giant trucks that has terrible tires and transmission through some terrible mud, but I can make it go anywhere I want to using the winch a lot. And I thought, you know, if I could translate some of this to being able to drive in this game, yeah, maybe I should revisit this one because this one looks prettier. So that got me going again on this. And then at that point, I started to move over to Smithfield Dam, and then just took off like a shot after that, working through all the rest of the content. And then I finally got caught up with their releases. I think I started the Glades a month after it was released, and finished it in 3 weeks. So I was completely caught up with everything on December 30th. I think I just beat New Year's. Not that there was anything special about that, it's just kind of the... It was a convenient target point, so that's what I went for. And then I started kind of hemming and hawing about what else could I do, and that's when I got started with the mod maps on Steam Deck, because the one map that I found that I liked was incompatible with Switch. But then it's also easier to run a multiplayer game and all the mods I like over there. So I did that for a while. And then Season 9 was released. And now here I am. Season 9 is complete. Well, we're going to give hard mode a shot for a little bit here. But I have played this game a lot. I was at 755 hours. So not one of the SnowRunner legends that have well into the 4-digit hours put into it, but a lot. And I keep coming back for more. That's about the best thing I could ever possibly say to or about a game. I cannot wait for Seasons 10, 11, and 12. And then when those are done, I will keep playing it until insert name here runner comes out. Whatever, I guess that would be Spin Tires 4 at the time. No, I'm definitely... Ooh, garage discovered, nice. Let me go fuel up first. One of those has got to be service spare parts, right? I do ask with a giant question mark. If I connect, I can look at the icons. No, not that. I gotta go up. Yes, 2 of those. 3 of them are service spare parts. Finally, a way to make use of that. I'm guessing that one on the red trailer is probably as well. I think I would rather take the 5-slot over. Maybe take one of the things that is currently on there off, put it in the red trailer. Take the 5-slot over so I can deliver the other 2 pieces off of it. That's going to leave 1 something sitting there on it. But that's going to leave 4 empty slots that I could then put the drill pieces on. Ooh, I'm kind of excited by this plan. It might actually work out. All the people I know who play hard mode pretty regularly, that's kind of the jam that you get from this mode, is all of the strategery that you actually need to start putting in that you could kind of wave off in the regular mode. Regular mode, you're kind of planning your routes around kind of having fun, maybe minimizing the number of times you have to drive just to avoid the boredom of it, but you really have to put some extra effort into maximizing which bits of cargo go where and which directions in order to cut down fuel consumption. So let's see. If I read this correctly, I should have 3 service spare parts on this trailer. 1, 2, 3, and then I think that's vehicle spare parts, the one with the circle there in slot number 3. Let me unpack. Oh no! Don't. Well, It wasn't exactly how I was hoping things would go, but at least it's not one that I was trying to use at the time. Damn it. I guess it makes it a little easier to just drop that in wherever I feel like then. This is an outside shot, but can it actually... Oh, yes it can. Okay. I can clean up a little after my mess here. At least get these two to sit in this trailer. That way none of them have to sit there in the dirt. Oh, wait, this is going to be important. There we go. Okay, repack the cargo. Okay, we're off. Still play Mud Runner. Actually, I streamed a little bit of Mud Runner maybe a month ago as one of my what should I do on Wednesday now that season 9 is wrapped up. So I do not object to playing a little Mud Runner, especially now that I've got more experience in this game. So it helps me make a little more sense of what it is that I want to do in Mud Runner. Also, I am finally off that first tutorial map in Mud Runner. I did it a bunch of times because I never really figured out exactly how to complete things. Yeah, it was all about the logging. So I would do a logging mission. I think I got as far as doing one of the facilities that needs a certain number of points of deliveries. But I didn't get the others. And I don't think I figured out what needed to happen to actually repair a garage, because it was listed as a bonus or something like that. That's where I left the game at that point to come back over and start SnowRunner in earnest. So when I streamed this about a month ago, which is when I streamed Mud Runner, I went back. I picked a different map to work off of for a change. And I think I actually blitzed right through the first one, because finally I had a better idea of what it was asking me to do. And then I got a little bit of a start on a second one and kind of ran out of time at that point. So I didn't do it any farther, but I've got it out and ready to go. The version on Switch had the American Wilds and any of the other smaller DLC that they made for it all wrapped up in one. So it's got plenty of stuff there to do. I seem to recall getting the one where you had a bunch of stuff that needed to be delivered to these, little islands in the forest, which was particularly cool, but involved a lot of weird driving scenarios. I don't remember exactly what was slightly off-putting about it, but I got it done. So that one's actually sitting and just waiting for me to return and pick another map to continue on to. I think that tutorial map was one of those that had a side mission you could do. That was my first encounter with you must do the whole thing in first-person view. And I never even came close. So I think it was like you're driving a Land Cruiser and all you have to do is drive up the hill, but I had no practice at it. No prior experience with it, so the driving was poor. There was lots of rolling and recovering. I think after this, King of the Hill, I think this one is, where you have to go from one hilltop watchtower to another in first-person view, which also means you are not eligible to go check the map. So you got to lay out all these tiny little spaced waypoints along the way to make sure you're going the right way. I managed finally to do that contest here, so I think I could go back and do the Mud Runner one again now. Next time I find myself in a garage, I definitely want to pay attention to what level I need to be to get more gooder tires on this thing. It's all-wheel drive. I remember this from my original tutorial days here is that the all-wheel drive on this one made a world of difference over that GMC that started with absolutely nothing. And then in hard mode, you don't even start with the GMC. You start with those first handful of missions pre-completed, which was kind of nice, but possession only of the Chevy pickup. I was surprised to be surprised the moment I jumped in the game by not jumping into the game where I had expected it to be. I was sure that you were going to be tasked with doing the standard tutorial start off, you know, with that Chevy pickup back at your house, and you got to drive in toward town, and the tutorial takes you past the watchtower and over the hill. Speaking of which, I didn't actually go past that watchtower to unlock it in this playthrough. But even though I went to the lumber mill, I didn't bother stopping at that GMC. If I'm able to sell that one for even half price, I probably should. Cargo management. Look at that. Parts delivered. Roadblock cleared. Nice. Where am I at? Oh, I only need 90 more XP. Oh, no, I didn't look down. Which part? Well, there are plenty of things that are going to need the service spare parts, if that's what you're busy bringing over. Let's see. Did you end up back on this map? Yes, you are back on this map now. I select you. Will it tell me what you're actually carrying? Well, it shows me... Oh! The repair parts. Aha! Okay, so that just involves... That involves just going over to the... What is the repair station over there? Actually, I got my engine off. I guess I should go take a peek. There we go. The resupply zone. That is its name. I don't remember that existing, so that must be one of those hard mode special appearances. Okay. That will be good to know for the future. Fallen rocks, more fuel, all that regular good stuff. The lost trailer. I remember grabbing this lost trailer. I think I had the Yar at the time. And I just plowed straight up the hill. It was fun to watch it actually work. I don't think I even rolled it. But if I did, I had an autonomous winch, which I can't afford, and I'm not high enough level for right now. So that's not happening. That damn thing just mocks me right there. Although, it's actually real quick to get to once I take this road around. I need to get that bridge eventually. I've got the 4 free slots now on this trailer. So I think I'm ready to go ahead and tackle the missing machinery. Because I want to say that actually has a good XP payoff. Well, 280 is not huge, but it's definitely plenty enough to get me my next rank here. If I'm close enough, I don't want to risk that tower in this truck. I don't mind risking the pickup though. Where did the pickup end up? Did I drive it back down? Is that it? Okay, yeah, I did drive it back down to the garage. So let's see. Oh, hey, look at that. Kampu is headed this way. So I tell you what, I am just going to... oh, did you bring in your own pickup? I was just primarily concerned that at one point I was talking about just leaving that Chevy parked up here. This Chevy I've actually got adequate enough tires on. So it would scramble up to any of these watchtowers. I don't think it'll have a problem with any of those. I'm just worried about taking the Fleet Star up one of those. It's got the gearing for it. It's got the all... You know what? It might. In any event, I am going to drive on ahead a little bit. I'm going to at least bring it around the bend. Start opening up that side of the map a little bit. And if I happen to run across any of those drilling spare parts, I'm going to start collecting them. And it looks like you are charging this direction with fuel and repair. Oh, you got the 750? The 750 is my fuel mule in a normal game. That's right. I was musing earlier when I got first started the stream today. I was just taking a look at the truck store just to see and try to refresh myself on what all's available, how expensive certain things are. I made a beeline for the fuel mule to see what it was going to take, and that's when I remembered, yeah, you actually can't buy it until you find it in, and I was pretty sure it was out in Kola. You have to go to a DLC map to find it and recover it, so that one's going to be a little rougher to go collect. So let me do another quick map check here. I may give in to temptation. You know, maybe. It depends on how steep that's going to be. No, that's correct. Let's give it a shot. Okay, let's first see if we can remember the four-wheel drive. Probably this too. If I can... Ooh, hey. And this is a weak winch. It may not have what it needs to get me off my high center here. We'll see. Let me take this at a little more of an angle here. You could pull me up the hill. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I could just go get the pickup that would just do it too, but this is now a personal challenge. Yeah, there we go. The real challenge, of course, in SnowRunner is the fact that it's dark 18 to 20 hours a day. There we go. The Fleet Star just wants to go unlock a tower because it can. Hey, look at that. It's no longer dark. Thank you. Let's go take a look at that. There we go. Oh, hey, another upgrade location discovered. Okay, here comes the challenge. Nope, I'm already failing the challenge. I'm going to roll straight back into a tree, although it's better than rolling down the hill, which was the original challenge to not do. Oops. I think I'm caught on the tree, but it's dark, so I can't tell. I'd like if you would just pull me sideways just a little bit. Oh, well, okay, that'll help. So are there two trees here? Okay, that's why I'm stuck. Oh, look at those terrible, terrible tires. Fight it so hard. I'm gonna deforest. Oh, is that pulling me backwards? I don't want to go backwards. Backwards isn't gonna help. Oh, is this that stupid thing where I've got the tree wedged between the mud flap and the tire? That would definitely explain why I can't go in either direction here. Oh, and I've got the short little crappy winch. So, yep, I managed to get myself jammed in here. crank. Thank you. Let's see. Can I turn the wheel hard enough? Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull forward a little bit. Then see if I can turn the wheel hard enough to make it actually turn. There we go. Back down the hill. Sorry, tree. You know what you were getting into when you chose to grow there. Reconnect to my big trailer. Oh, hey, we are... Oh, look at that. It actually is going to show me where I need to go to pick stuff up. And not on the map, but on the HUD. If I recall correctly, there aren't any down here in the log station. They're all kind of in the hills up around here, and I think there are some down in this flat. I'm going to follow the highway around over to here. And then I'm going to dive in and start taking a look. Oh, thank you for the fuel. Nice. Oh, and I don't think I had much damage, but all of those dials look like they've cleared up. Nice. I need to make one more check here. 7,700. It's good for fuel. I can afford the flatbed finally, if I find I really want one of those. I'm pretty comfortable with this trailer. So what I'm hoping for is the ability to upgrade the tires on this thing at some point. I don't think I can just go to the garage and ask it. I think I'd need to have this truck in the garage to see it, to figure out what the levels were that you need to get access to stuff. I don't need the big chunky mud tires, at least not here on this map. Oh, it's literally not turning. There we go. Yeah. The off-road tires, I think, would go a long way toward making this truck happier. A little easy through here since I don't have the raised suspension. I think I can turn here to go head for parts. Yeah, this is the right spot. I think that one sitting on the trailer is vehicle spare parts, which someone somewhere wants. I get nervous about leaving cargo on the ground because I haven't run into many glitches in this game, but cargo becoming one with the rocks, like those over there especially, I've run into all too frequently. Sometimes just sitting on the ground, it will decide that, you know, like a lip of a pallet is under the ground, and then it won't clip back out of it without doing some special stuff. I've had it happen a fair bit with cargo. The one that made me mental was the cedar? Nah, it wasn't the cedar. I think it was the... whatever one of those stupid pieces of farming equipment was in the glades. The big yellow one in particular. It had the cute, like, little airplane landing gear on it, and it would always stick one of those underneath the pavement. I had it happen 3 times, and every time the only way I was able to get it out was to go grab... I had a Cat CT680 or 681. I don't remember the exact designation, but the big fancy Cat. Oh, hey, I actually need that one right there. the big fancy cat with the big crane on it. And I would have to rig up the crane with all the power I could get to it. And sometimes I'd have to get a running start and just keep yanking that stupid trailer around back and forth. I even tried ramming it and it wouldn't come out of the ground. While I'm busy demonstrating how I yank trailers, I had completely forgotten to detach the trailer so I can try driving across this mud to go get that thing. I think there's one here and there's one up higher. Oh, I love that. The snowplow approach. Okay, I will take advantage. I have a suspicion that I'm going to have to actually back up in order to get this one over there to the trailer, but... backing up out of this mud pit, maybe something I'm going to have to set the cargo down in order to do. Can I stretch it far enough? Will it get there? Oh, wow! That was actually... that was a longer stretch than I thought. Okay, let me work on extracting myself. As long as I can get through the mud here, this initial dip. I believe there's one up top here, and then there's one, or the set of two, a little farther down. Technically, yeah, I should... oops, sorry. Now that I've done this, I really should just winch onto you, but... yeah, that'll get me clear. But I thought, hey, let me change my mind, and then, of course, I hammer on the B button too many times and proceed to break all the winching. My absolute favorite thing to do, though, is go back and forth between the Steam Deck and the Switch, where the A and B buttons are swapped in physical location. And then I just constantly am hitting the wrong buttons for everything. Can't even get the headlights on correctly when I do that to myself. What's the most efficient way? I want to grab this direction. Need to get it out and around the front of the truck so I don't hang up on my bumper. This controller, I have to let go of all of the controls simultaneously in order to actually raise the crane. It won't read that one until I've let go of everything else. Oh, no, didn't make it. Hey, my flip counter still works. I think I should have used it because I dumped cargo last time, but I forgot to tip it, so... thank you very much for the recovery. Man, this is fun having someone to take care of all of my tragic mistakes. Okay, that one doesn't count. That one's not me. Ramming speed. You can just tumble us down the hill. Actually, no, there's no... I can't use the crane yet, and there's no point with me putting it away because I will just turn around and need it again momentarily. Yep, there it is. It's not drawing it for me, but I can hear it. Oop. Oh no! Can I? Oh no! I couldn't quite start the engine, but keeping the crane out paid off that time. There we go. Thank you. Now let's see if I can get myself pointed this way. There we go. That's what I need. Let me make sure that I'm grabbing the cargo and not something inappropriate. There we go. I will just back this down the hill. And I know that it's thick mud on that side, so let's see how bad it is over here, while I also attempt to not roll sideways. I'm backing over a tree. That's always dangerous. Oops, did not mean to tilt up that high. Whoop. There we go, dropped. This time I'm going to restore it so that I don't accidentally tip the trailer over again. Gotta start... Oh, yeah, you know what? I should be using the anchors. I used the anchors a lot early on. I think I have become habituated to using trucks that are a little more stable than this one, so I haven't needed the crane. Although honestly, I was in the process of trying to move myself downhill, so I would have picked up the crane at that, or the winch. No, the crane. No, the anchor. I would have already lifted the anchor at that point anyway. But yeah, I should pay a little more attention to that now. And the other two are down the hill toward the logging station. Going down will definitely be easier than coming up. And I want to say one of them at least is out a little road spur that if I am trying to carry this with the crane up high, it's going to be a tip risk. So I may want to keep the crane as low as I can get it and then just drag the box behind me. They won't mind if it's still a little dented when it gets delivered. I'll just tell them I found it that way. Box scuffing is not guaranteed. Ooh, yep, definitely the lower suspension because these rocks are challenging for it. Well, the one that I wanted to get around, I just plowed straight into, so hopefully the winch will help here. Clear enough. I'm still stuck on one of them, I'm sure. Oh, crash. There we go, that worked. Oh, no, I do have one still stuck right there. I'm able to push. I can get one set of wheels up on one of these other rocks. There we go. Start pushing it under the axles. That's what I needed. Double check on my map. Oh no, right where I am is not where I wanted to turn down this hill. I want to come up here. That little path was going to be an invitation to SADS. Oh, it did tumble down the hill first? Okay, see, that's a perfectly legitimate way of dealing with these scenarios. Tumble the box, tumble the truck, tumble the trailer, whatever it takes. Let's get out wide here. Oh, man, this thing's actually carrying some speed into this turn. I don't want that. This thing actually runs with those little anchor legs already down partially. What am I doing? I'm used to the Taiga, however you want to pronounce it. It carries those legs up, so you have to rotate them 180 degrees, which always ends up causing me a problem. Okay, I may have to leave this in a bad location right here. I think that's the little road bit I have to go out to go get this first box. There we go. At least, okay, this one's doing it. Now, I have used the technique in the past where I've extended my crane and stuck it out, you know, way out one side or the other of the truck to use as a counterbalance. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, that actually isn't as far out as I thought. Oh, but there's the other one. Okay. Let me try grabbing this one here first. I am going to pull it partway back up the trail. I am going to get it out of the main path of travel so that I can then drive down, go grab the second one, start dragging it up here, and then come back to recover this one second. First, I want to set it up out of the way, just like that. I do like my Stream Deck. Wow, there's hours of story behind this. I've kind of turned into a Mac guy over the last, I don't know, however many years. Professionally, I'm still officially I'm a Windows developer, but I have a Mac at home. Actually, I've got a couple of Macs. I only have one left. Okay, this is not a problem. I've only got one left that'll actually run Windows in a VM, but I do have that set up. I've got an M1 Mac that just within the last couple of weeks now, I can finally run an ARM copy of Windows in a VM. I am not overly happy with it because it's one of those weird preview copies of Windows, so it bitches and whines about everything all the time and only half of it actually works, but at least it's a thing. But yeah, at home I've gone pretty hardcore on the Mac. Right now, I say professionally I'm a Windows developer. I'm actually doing about 75% of my job on Linux right now, so I'm mixed all over the place. I tend to spend most of my days really confused as to what it is that I'm actually doing and what platform I'm doing it on. But the Steam Deck, getting back to the original point of the question here, the Steam Deck is how I play my Windows-only games. It seems to do... Oh, how did I get myself stuck now? But it does really well on almost all of them. I've got a couple that it doesn't really. Oh yeah, the Steam Deck definitely has desktop mode. I've tinkered with it a little bit. I had to go into that in order to get it to recognize my home network. And I don't exactly know why, because there's nothing overly special about my home network. I think it came down to the fact that it's a hidden network, and I think the Steam Deck, at least the original release version that I had, kind of freaked out over that. What is going on with this? So I had to go into desktop mode a couple of times in order to get it to stay connected to my home network. And then what is that translation layer? Thank you for coming and helping while I'm not paying any attention to what I'm doing anymore. The Photon, is that the emulation layer it runs so that it can actually get that Linux kernel to run the Windows games? My understanding is that there is... Oops, hang on a second. I gotta go grab that box down there. But the version that they shipped the Steam Deck with isn't great because the one that they wanted to ship with had some licensing issues or something. I don't know. It sounds like you may be more familiar with this than I am. But I've always meant to go back. I found instructions once on how to upgrade that, and apparently the emulation is supposed to be a lot smoother. I don't have much problem with that, but I have noticed with Dakar Rally, the one put out by the guys that do this game, that it can get a little weird, choppy in places. Very familiar. So, I don't know if that was... I think the article that I read that says, hey, this is how you upgrade to the good version, they were trying to explain that the reason that the good version didn't come with the Steam Deck was because of licensing problems with putting the good version on there. I don't know anything about it. But I have meant to go and grab that upgraded version to give it a shot to see what kind of bonuses it might give me. But usually anytime... Oh, I know what I've done. I hit the rotation stop point. Hang on here. At least this one I can recover from. There we go. So let's rotate this around the long way. Talk about Proton GE, Kaskinda. Oh, okay, that must be it. Maybe that's the licensing issue that they were trying to imply. That it, whoever the someone else is, they couldn't get authorization through them to distribute it. But that apparently you can get your own distribution of it and get it installed on there. So, Proton, Photon, I was close. I was in the neighborhood. Linux is generally not my thing. I've got enough familiarity with it that a lot of the time I can get by. Let's see. Do one more pass with the winch here. There we go. Yeah, this is the stuff where these highway tires are just murder. I'm gonna do diff lock like that's really gonna buy me much. Oops, there, something came loose. Trying to get bumper now. Nope, I actually grabbed onto a tree. Well done. Okay, now I gotta drag this stupid box along. Oh, wow, I thought I just saw you ahead of me in the trees. You're actually back there behind me, so okay. That's where the extra bump came from. Oh, wow, I'm still fuel tank deep in the mud, but at least I'm moving now. Oh, yeah, you... Where did I originally know you from? Were you on, Thompson's stream? Is that where you'd come from? Yeah, I seem to remember you were the guru in that. So yeah, I may have to. Project I am working on right now is actually a cross-compile using a couple of different flavors of Linux, and then it's also got to be cross-platform with Windows. So my MO has been get it working for Windows, and then run it on the Linux build machine and see what it complains about, and then try to work backwards from there. But I definitely don't know anything about running Photon, although I did go through the exercise of getting WSL installed and actually running on my Windows install. So I don't have to remote out to a somewhere on the client's cloud machine to do my independent testing. That part's been kind of nice. Okay, lock up. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm putting down the anchors. You've been a good influence on me. Just in case it will, let me see if I can reach the farther slot first. Oh, God. Did I do this again? I did this again. I've got it over-rotated. So I can't make it go that extra little distance. Okay, so I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna tuck this in as close and tight as I can so that I can spin this without throwing myself off balance. There we go. That's what I want. DXVK, the Translex. Oh, DirectX to Vulkan. Oh, yeah, that will definitely apply well on that Steam Deck. Will definitely not apply to what I'm doing at work. What I'm doing at work is extremely boring. Oop, oh, no, come back just a little bit. Just a touch. I don't want you to go flying off when I reconnect the trailer later on. Okay, that'll do. Hopefully I won't roll. So now I need to come back up through you one more time here. Oh, hey, I have myself nice and wedged under that trailer. Wasn't intentional, but effective. Let me go grab this one more crate. Well, I'm still pointed a little downhill. Let me see if I can grab it from right here. Yeah. Come this way, crate. Reel in, ease out. Reel in, ease out. It's just like bass fishing. That button. Now I want to go forward. I want the weight of that box to prevent me from tipping myself sideways again. And go nice and slow. I'm even going to see if I can get myself pointed just a hint uphill. There we go. Wedge that nose under the trailer. Now I'm going to do that intentionally. And restore crane. I did fail to put the anchor out, but I was counting on the trailer to keep you stable. Oh boy, it has a hard time stopping downhill like that. Hey, where's that one box going? Thank you for correcting its behavior. You only have to wait a minute for me, trailer. I'll be there. I'll be there. Nobody shake off. Unpack, repack. Hey, we are good to go. So now I got to get back around to the factory. Oh, you got the... Oh, perfect. You got the crane on this. I'm not worried about steering this thing back up the hill. I'm just not positive this truck is going to have the power for it. But the tow will make all the difference in the world. Okay, I'm a little worried about steering this thing back up the hill, but now I don't have to be. There we go. Now I gotta churn my way back through all this mud and all these big rocks. Hopefully the big rocks I got moved out of the way. And I'm sure I'll perfectly retrace my path there. Want to see some programming work I've done? Yeah, I do. It doesn't even matter what it is. I work as a contractor, so I don't really... Why won't this thing ever turn? So if I want to see exciting code, it's typically stuff I either got to do on my own Or find something that someone else is doing, because I get to do the stuff that no one wants to do because it's not fun. Because if it was, they would do it in-house. So I am always happy to see something entertaining. Honestly, I don't remember. I've probably got links turned on, but I also don't have a bot that's going to get angry at you or anything. So if it doesn't work, you can just always pop the youtube.com part off of the link, and then the rest should post up. First, let me see what I managed to get stuck. Oh, okay, I did get stuck on another rock. I think that's what got me the last time that it stopped turning, was I think there was a rock back here a little farther that was causing me to hang up those front wheels. Which I like to do the mid-body one whenever I can, because it helps to avoid the whole steering off into the ditch thing. There we go. That left me some steering. And I've been spoiled by good tires. I've been spoiled by full-time four-wheel drive. I've been spoiled by raised suspension. I've been spoiled by well-balanced trucks too, apparently. Almost out of the mud. And now I've been spoiled by you. Yes, exactly. I get a little bit of a co-op from time to time. So I haven't run a whole lot of co-op streams, but it is definitely entertaining getting some co-op in. Otherwise, yeah, I get myself hung up on something. In normal mode, I just casually go hop out to another truck, and then I gotta drive over and find a way of fixing myself. But hard mode in particular, yeah, it's nice to have someone else helping out because it saves me gas money. And also, I don't have a second rig. I know where the free one is. I could go get that GMC. And I've unlocked one of the upgrades for it. I think it's the raised suspension, actually. But I don't recall it having... I don't remember it even having diff lockers, much less all-wheel drive early on at this point. I know it's not going to have very good tires. But a truck would be a truck if I needed it. But also, this hard mode I haven't played completely on my own. Well, actually, I guess I have to take that back. My first session last week, I did play on my own because when I first started it up, I thought it was going to be like the last mod map that I had played, or even the tutorial in the normal mode on this one, where I was going to have to go do those initial tutorial missions to get the bridge built so that I could get over and go discover the garage in order to be able to actually open up multiplayer mode. So I just started it straight as it was, and then didn't take a break to go turn on multiplayer because no one else popped in looking to do so. This time I remembered to start it that way. Oh man, that mod map I ran, Krokodilsk. I like what the guy who wrote it did. There are some clever things in there. It's interesting the way he built it as one long snaking highway across 3 different maps with a couple of little challenges along the actual highway, and then a few shortcuts here and there that are actually pretty technically challenging. But he set it up so that you start with a Voron with the tilt bed vehicle carrier, and the first thing you run into is a big facility, kind of like this one, that has a Chevy pickup that is a mission target. You have to pick it up, and then you have to carry it all the way across all 3 maps to deliver to the garage. But even on the 3rd map, the garage isn't something that you just casually show up for. You have to fight your way across a river to get to it. And you have to do all of that just in order to access the garage so that you can open it up to multiplayer. Hey! Promotions! 280, 380 bucks. Let me save fuel while I am sitting here real quick. I think I'm over 10k here. We're going to want bricks and metal beams eventually. We'll keep that in mind. Is that... Oh, yeah, this is the pipe dream. This is that heavy fuel tanker from the mountain gas station. Let me take a quick peek at what else. And the local entertainment comes here. Oh. Yeah, I've got history with this mission. I'd tried doing... Oh, let me turn off the fireworks. I don't want to waste all of those. I got to save from the future. Yeah, I did see the watch link come up here. I will come and I will grab that shortly. I am actually going to have to wrap up for the evening because I am on dinner duty tonight while Mrs. Jedi is doing some more of her schoolwork this evening. She has got the duty tomorrow night because I play Savage Pathfinder on my Thursday nights. So we're alternating while she remains in school. And then we go back to whoever doesn't feel the worst that day doing it once eventually someday school will be over. You are extremely helpful. Thank you so much for dropping in. I think I am just I'm gonna leave myself parked right here. I'm probably not really going to get back around to checking this out again until my next stream. I am enjoying this hard mode. It's not as hard as I was worried it was going to be. I was convinced that I wasn't going to drive more than 25 feet before I spun my tires so much that I burned all my fuel and I wouldn't have enough money to put any more in. And that would be the end of it. Poof! Away goes the truck. Let me flip back over to the main cam then. So, thank you for your help. Thank you for dropping in to visit. Wednesdays are my typical SnowRunner day. Saturdays, I run from 2 to 4 Pacific time as kind of an opening act for the main channel that I mod for, not counting Miss Silvermoon. I mod for Dan Servo. He and his good friend Jason Bullman from Paizo Entertainment, they play any number of different fun games on Saturday. So Saturday tends to be kind of my variety day. If I've found a new game, originally just on Switch, but now on the Steam Deck as well, that I'm just interested in trying out and kind of doing a demo on, I will fire that up. Deep Rock Galactic is what I played last week because I had a couple of friends who jumped in. That one is a ton of fun multiplayer. That is way more fun multiplayer than single player. In fact, I haven't played any of it single player beyond that initial tutorial it makes you play. So I got lots of things that I want to do. I will definitely go watch your video right after I finish dinner duty tonight. Obviously, I know where to get a hold of you on Twitch, if nothing else, although at that point I'll also have access to your YouTube, so I'll leave a comment. Hey, that's what you do on YouTube, right? You subscribe, like, ring some bell, do all that crazy crap that the kids these days do. I'm old, but I'm not that old. So, oh, hey, you know what? Let me go take a look, see who else is running tonight. We should go take a look at raiding somebody. If you've got a suggestion, please feel free. Oh, okay, Discord name. Got it. Yeah. Are you in Thompson's? Because I know I'm in his Discord. So if nothing else, I could quickly and easily find you there without having to actually type things. I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's right. I went to go grab a Twitch window. Oh geez. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. Oh no. Okay, I fixed it. Everything's fine here. We're all fine now. I want to see who is up and running. Ooh, we're running light today. Is a Kowai? I don't know who that is. That's probably someone that I bumped into on Thompson's stream when I was busy making my affiliate push. I don't know if I know anything about who that is or what they're doing. Oh, they're not actually playing SnowRunner though. So let's see who else. Nope, there's a bunch of There's a bunch of tabletop going on. Killer's Road is kind of fun, but he is doing Call of Duty right now. Oh, hang on, I've got... Yeah, I'll come and find you, kind of no matter where it is that you've ended up. Let me just do a generic snowrunner. Maybe I'll look into rating someone semi-random. Oh, hey, look, there's me on the list. Devastator, Rage. That sounds a little angry. We don't want to raid there. Canadian. No. Oh, you're not still around, are you, Snake? You gonna fire up here shortly? All right. I've never actually really checked, Compute. Do you do any streaming too? Not that you're streaming right now, I would presume, but I should definitely put you on the list if you want. Man, this is kind of depressing. It might actually be better not to bother with the raid today. That's not like me normally, but I tell you what. Yeah, I know. Story of my life. Actually, that's one of the primary reasons I don't stream off of this Mac, aside from the fact that the game selection is that I stream off, or I play off of a different machine than I stream on. It makes a world of difference. If you're familiar with King Ninja, he does nothing but complain about the problems that he's got trying to stream and play on the same machine, and the way it's killing his GPU right now. So I tell you what, I think we're just going to call it an end here. I'm going to go to my closing stream. I'm going to play a little bit of whatever Pretzel has available. I missed their happy EDM, but I'm on the free plan, so it rotated off. So I think I've just got regular old boring EDM to play, or maybe I'll try ambient, just to see what's a little different. Give you a few moments of that. Desktop for streaming, laptop for chat. That is good. Yeah, there you are, Ninja. I figured you might be out there. You don't play and stream off the same machine, and it's still killing your GPU? That is rough. Oh, man, I didn't know it was a two-machine setup giving you that much. Wow. Oh, that's tough. Well, you got my condolences. I do hope you managed to... You got to be able to work out your dumb old parachute game. Because, no stream is complete without a dumb old parachute dropping from the sky like that. Yeah, you have been lurking. Well, hey, thanks for the stealth lurk. I guess that puts the ninja in King Ninja. I know Miss Moon didn't stream today, but she should be back tomorrow. So I'll probably see you over there. And Kampu, I will go check out your YouTube video. I actually landed on my own target for less than 90, but none of that matters here. Just landing at all is kind of impressive. Amazon special $100 Dell reconditioned pile. Well, okay, that explains it. Never mind. I don't feel condolences anymore. So I'm gonna play some music. I'll see everybody Saturday, Wednesday, maybe other days and other streams. Thanks again for coming in. Cheapest possible streaming setup. Yep, that'll do it to you. So, bye.